Airey's. These are the Gothic cottages, which I'll tell you about when we get up to the church. This is St Mary's Church, Playford, Suffolk. It's just a few miles north of Ipswich, and you'll notice this big obelisk memorial here to Thomas Clarkson, who was instrumental in the abolition of slavery. As you can see, a friend of slaves, erected by a few surviving friends. And as you can see, he also has a memorial inside the church. And as you can see, here are the graves of the Clarkson family. So, as I said, this is St Mary's, Playford. It's in IP6 in the Finn Valley. Playford Hall is nearby, which is 16th century. Airey's Place, which I noted on the way up, was home to Thomas Clarkson and one other person who I will also speak about. And the tall obelisk is in memory of Thomas Clarkson, as I said, instrumental in the abolition of slavery, retired here in 1796. Now, next to the Clarksons are another set of graves, and this is the Biddell-Airey family. George Biddell-Airey came to stay with his uncle here in 1814 and introduced him to Thomas Clarkson, who was also a mathematician. And Clarkson got George Biddell-Airey into Cambridge University, and in 1835 George Biddell-Airey was Astronomer Royal, a post he had for nearly 50 years. He invented Greenwich Mean Time, and the positioning of Greenwich at the centre of world measurement was due to him. It was George that built the Gothic cottage opposite the church, and they both have memorials inside this church. St Mary's is also one of East Anglia's around 30-ish churches that has a south tower. There are 21 in Suffolk, and inside also there is a Felbrick shields 1400 brass to Sir George Felbrick set in the north wall of the chancel. The church is open, as you noticed from when I went in, so I shall go back in and continue the tour. So here is the memorial inside the church for George Biddell-Airey, and there's one here to his son. And looks like this one here is his granddaughter. there. Looks like there used to be brasses here, or been removed or something. Ah, here's the fill brick brass there. Quite detailed. Got some floor royals here as well. Some felt hammer. So yeah, this is St Mary's Church in Playford, IP6, just north of Ipswich in Suffolk. Thanks for watching, and thank you also to the people that have subscribed this month. Very much appreciated.